Hi guys, welcome to LES Matters TV. On today's episode of LES Matters TV, I am going to be talking about 5 goals to set as parent or guidance. Okay, so today's episode is going to be all about 5 goals that you as parent or guidance should set. Okay, so it is really important that as parent or as guidance, when you're dealing with your children, okay, yes, your children, there are some goals that you need to set up. Okay, there are some goals that you need to create. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you 5 goals that I think it's really important that parent and guidance should set, okay, in relation to their children. Do sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so goal number one, okay, it is really important that parents set goals in relation to their children's academics. Okay, this is really important, okay, because as we all know, education is the key. Okay, and this is one thing I do say to my children, that if I buy them clothes, after some times the clothes is going to fade away. Okay, sometimes I say to my children as well that if I buy them toys, at some point they would not need that toy again, but the only thing that I can give to them that it's going to be with them for life is education. Okay, so it's really important, whether you're a parent or guidance, that you need to set goals in relation to your child or children's academics. This is really important. Okay, you as the parent, you know your children in terms of their academics. Okay, maybe if there's a particular area that they are struggling, really important that you as the parent or guidance, you need to support them. Okay, sometimes you might have to enroll them in extra classes. Okay, sometimes you might have to engage in extra work with your children, okay, to bring them in relation to the weak subject, okay, so that they can really achieve the best. Okay, so it's really important in times of parent, when you're setting up or you're creating goals, I think it's really important that you create goals around your children's academics. Okay, so goals could be in terms of your children academics, could be short-term goals, could be medium-term goals, and it could be long-term goals. Okay, I'll cite an example. Maybe, for example, you have your child is struggling, is weak in the area of math. Okay, weak in the area of mathematics. Okay, so you could support your child in terms of being the best in the area of mathematics by enrolling them in extra classes. You yourself as the parent or guidance, giving in extra time to support the child in this area. Okay, and you could also use everyday activities to teach children about maths. As you all know, mathematics is all about our everyday life. Mathematics is in our everyday life. Okay, like for example, if you have money, you're buying something in the shop. Okay, maybe for example you have 50 euros, okay, and you're buying something worth 20 euros, you're going to receive 30 euros change back, and you're going to count to make sure that your money is complete. Okay, so you as the parent, it is really important that you set up goals in terms of your child's or children's academics, because that's the only thing you can give them that they will cherish throughout their lifespan. Like I said, if you buy them clothes, it's going to fade away, but academics, education, you're giving them the best education, they are going to definitely appreciate this. So take note of this goal one. Okay, so goal two, I think it's really important that you set up goals in relation to your child's behavior. Okay, so what are the behaviors that you expect from your child? Okay, as a parent or guidance, what are the behaviors that you expect from your child? Okay, and in relation to these behaviors that you expect from your child, you don't just expect your child to exhibit this behavior. Okay, these are the behaviors that you need to teach them. Okay, these are the behaviors that you need to work on with your child. And one thing I'm going to say to you is, because of working on your child's behavior is going to be for life. Okay, if you're not going to say, okay, in terms of my child's behavior, I'm going to work on my child's behavior for a year, for 6 months. Okay, in terms of child's behavior, you need to work on your child's behavior throughout their lifespan. I tell you, okay, because we also want you to know that our behaviors are being influenced or shaped by our society. Okay, so these children, okay, they are in the society, they are within your home, so it's really important that there's some behaviors that you need to teach them. Okay, and it's really important that when you're setting up or you're creating goals as a parent, okay, you need to create goals in terms of your child's behavior. Okay, sit down, map out what are the child that you expect in your child, and not just sitting down and mapping out these behaviors. You need to work with your child in terms of achieving these behaviors. You sit down, you engage in communication with your child in terms of their behaviors, in terms of the behavior that you expect from them. You show and tell these behaviors that you want your children to exhibit as well as parent or guidance. You show these children this behavior, and in return they'll be able to see this behavior. You show them, okay, this is the behavior that I want you to exhibit. Okay, I want you to show respect to people. I want you to be nice to people. And you yourself, when you're speaking to your child or you're speaking to people around you, you show respect, and your child is definitely going to see this, and they will cultivate this habit. Okay, so in terms of your child's behavior, I think this is an important goal that parents or guardians need to set up or create as well. Okay, goal number 3, I think social skills is really important. Okay, when you are think, okay, social skills is the skills that we need to teach our children. Okay, in terms of, our children are in the society with people, they're in the community with people, and there are behaviors that are expected of our children. And you can see that in terms of social skills, it's also tied with our child's behavior as well. Okay, you teach your child to love people, to love their community, to show respect to people. And these are social skills that children will need, okay, throughout their lifespan. Okay, so in relation to when you're creating goals or you're setting up goals as parents or as guardians, social skills is really important. Okay, so what are the social skills that you want to teach your children? And also bear in mind, in terms of teaching children social skills, it's going to be a lifetime thing. Okay, social skills is not something that you're going to teach children for 6 months or 3 months and you think that's it. Okay, it's something, it's a long-term goal. Okay, so as a parent or guardian, when you're creating or setting up goals in terms of the goals that you want to work with your children, social skills is really important. You need to teach your children to learn to accommodate people. You need to teach your children to love people. You need to teach your children to show respect to people. And it's not just a matter of telling them. This is where show and tell comes in as well. You show children, you talk to them, you explain to them where they love people in the community, not just their immediate family. Okay, it's really important. Okay, so that you as parent or guardian need to work on is your child's health. Okay, so it's really important. You need to work on your child's health. Okay, healthy eating is really important for children, because when children eat healthy, they'll be fit. In terms of their academics, they'll be able to do well, they'll be able to concentrate. Okay, so it's really important as parent or guidance, when you're creating or setting up goals, you need to look at in terms of your child's health or your children's health. Okay, healthy eating, map out plans, okay, that you make sure that your children are eating healthy. Okay, also exercising is very important, that children go for a walk, not spending too much time on the screen. They need to exercise, activities that will keep them fit. Okay, activity that will be sitting down in one spot for the rest of the day. And also when are sitting down in one spot for too time, it's difficult for blood to circulate. So it's really important as parents as well, when you're working towards setting up or creating goals for your parent, it's really important that you focus on your child's health and you go in this journey with them. Okay, not just setting up goals. This is what I want my child to do in terms of their health. Okay, you work in this with them as well. Okay, so take notes of this as well. Okay, another goal that I think it's really important that you as parent or guardian look into when you're creating goals or setting up goals in relation to your children is the spirituality of your child. Okay, and when you talk about spirituality, it doesn't have to be maybe about only the child's faith. Okay, faith is part of it as well, but when we talk about spirituality, we're talking about the whole being of the child in terms of the child mental well-being. It's really important as parent guidance. Okay, we need to focus on our children's mental health being. Okay, it's really important. A lot of things is going on around the world, as you all know, okay, in relation to children's mental health. So it's really important in terms of our children's spirituality as well. We focus on their mental health. We need to engage in discussions with these children to know how are they feeling in terms of, how are they feeling every day. Okay, and how can you know this? By engaging in conversation with them. You watch out for their moods. Okay, eye communication with your children. Then if there's something, you'll be able to know, and you'll be able to seek help when there's a need to seek help. Okay, so it's really important as parents, as guidance, when you're creating or setting up goals. Okay, as a parent, the mental health of your children, it's very important. Okay, you need to look into this. Okay, how are you going to support your children's mental health? How are you going to make sure that your children are fit mentally? It's not just physically now, because most of the time we focus more on physical well-being of our children, but in terms of their mental state is really important. Okay, as parents as well, and as guidance. Okay, so when we are creating or looking into certain goals that we want to work on with our children. Okay, it's really important that we look into our children's mental health. Okay, mental health is very important, because when our children are fit mentally, okay, every other part of the being will be fit. Okay, so parents, I would like you to take note of all those points that I've listed in relation to when you're setting up or creating goals that you want to work with your children. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and until I come your way next time, I still remain your humble host, Elias Matis TV. Take care and do have a lovely day, and remember, stay safe. Bye for now.